Well, good evening, everyone. There's a Welshman here. Just enjoying my after-dinner smoke. Here's my Sven board. And some fireside. Thought I'd come down to what's called Hoffer Park in Middletown. Middletown's the town I grew up in. It is the oldest town in Pennsylvania. It was founded in 1755 by George Fisher. It is called Middletown because it is halfway between Lancaster City and Carlisle, another town in Pennsylvania. 1755 is a long time. Well, it's not going to work with the wind. So, Middletown is the oldest town in Pennsylvania. It's got a lot of historical buildings. Over that way, where I'm looking, is the old Middletown Railroad. It runs through town, and they do a Christmas thing every year. And they do a Christmas ride every year with Santa Claus. They bring Santa Claus out, and then they give rides throughout the year when the weather's good and they can do it for a small donation, or I guess a fee, an admission fee. And then right behind me is the Swatara Creek. And the Swatara Creek flows into the Susquehanna River. So if you're familiar with Pennsylvania, Susquehanna River is a major river that runs through Pennsylvania down into the Chesapeake Bay. So about a mile from here is where the Susquehanna and the Swatara Creek meet. Also behind me is a little suburb of Middletown. It's now a part of Middletown, but for years it was known as Royalton, and there was Upper Royalton, which is just on the other side of the creek, and then there's Lower Royalton, which is down along the river. The Swatara Creek, my brothers and I used to start about a quarter mile upstream every night after school, and we'd fish for smallmouth bass. And it was like never ending. I mean, they were everywhere. So we caught a lot of smallmouth bass. Used to play here in this park. When I was a kid, my friend Mike and his mom would take us down here, you know, and she would bring us all down and we'd play in the park, and his two aunts. It was great childhood. You hear the train. There's an industrial park over on the other side. It has a chemical company there called Univar. And then one of the fire departments is over here. And there was 3 fire departments at one time, but they consolidated years back. And if you're in the fire department, you understand what's going on with that. A lot of politics. A lot of politics. That happened after I got out. I couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, I'm wearing the camo tonight. Had dinner, had some kielbasa. Oh man, is that good. That's a Polish sausage. Really good. Really good. Really good. Well, let's go for a walk. I want to show you some stuff. There's people coming too. So let me pause this for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. I'm back. Just wanted to bring you along for a little walk. I'm a little reminiscing. Me remembering Middletown. Great town to grow up in. Small town USA. Right now, if you can see behind me, I'll get out of the way. That is a stone wall, and it runs around. It's not, the whole thing is no longer there. This was built originally to hold the waters back for flooding. Now, a few years ago, we had some major rains and some major flooding, and this whole park, I'll turn and show you. This whole park was underwater. See that pavilion there? It was up, I think it was up to the roof or up over the roof. And then look at the side of that tree. I believe that's an oak tree. That tree's 5 foot in diameter. It's amazing. Amazing. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Can't zoom in and can't zoom out. Okay. So, I'm going to take a little walk. Somebody popped up on my screen there. Take a little walk. Here you can see, there's a stone wall. Let me get down here. That's the stone wall. I'm not going to get too close to the creek because it is high from all the rain. It is overflowing a little bit in some areas. And that water is swift, and it's nothing to play around with. So, I'm not playing with it. So, behind me is our substation electrical grid for the town. And then behind that is Middletown Ice and Coal. Right up there in the middle of the street. That's Middletown Ice and Coal. Still in business. Been in business for many years. And then across the street from that is the Borough Police Station, which I'm going to set this down, which is new. Oops, sorry about the bouncing and banging. Which is new. Probably about 10, 15 years. Borough had their own. They had them in the Borough building downtown. But every town is doing a rejuvenation type thing. And they're fixing the squares, the center square, center of town up, putting brick down on the road and everything. They're doing the same thing in Middletown. And our sister town in France, oh gosh, almost 100 years ago, sent us a clock, a huge clock downtown. And it's pretty cool. And when it needed to be refurbished, we sent it back. And it was there for almost a year. And the town really missed that clock. It's a nice clock. I'll have to do a history video on that. But This is my town. This is where I grew up. This is where, as a teenager, I was so excited about life and what was around the corner. I never really had the desire to move away. And I did. Not far, a couple miles. 10 maybe the most. My brothers moved pretty far away. Older brother moved down to Virginia for a while, then came back up, went into Philly. It's been in that area ever since. Sorry about that. Somebody wants to wind their motorcycle out coming through the park. I'm just surprised there's not more people out. It's such a beautiful night. And my twin brother, after high school, he moved down to Lancaster. Then he went out to Seattle for about 8 years, I think. He'll tell you someday. He's probably going to start making videos here soon. Almost lost my pipe. So peaceful down here. So peaceful. I love it. In the summertime, that creek is so shallow. Right now, it's up over my head. In the summertime, it's so shallow you can see the rocks. There's a little island out there. Not much of an island, but there's a little island out there. You can hear the squirrels running through the trees. Scare me. Yep, there they go. You see that? Get that on video? Running around and playing. But moved out to Seattle. Came home after a while. Lived in the area. I was down near Austin, Texas. With his wife and his kids. Miss him a lot. Ed, love you, brother. Miss having you around. Heck, when I was driving over the road, they first moved down to Austin, I saw them more than when they were living in Jersey. His wife made that remark one night. We were down there having dinner, and she made the remark. But I miss them. Not a big tree. Not a huge tree. That tree's about 4 foot around in diameter. Lots of good memories in your hometown, man. Lots of childhood memories. Baseball, hanging out with my friends. We used to a buddy lived near an alley, and these joggers would go by every night. We had to be in junior high, 13, 14. So one night, we decided we were going to have fun with these joggers. They were jogging by every night, same time, like clockwork. So we took fishing line, strung it across the alley where they were running. And when you wear shorts, that stings. They ran through that fishing line and that thing snapped. Whap, it welts in their legs, and we just sit there and laugh. Any kids watching, don't do that. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Did a lot of stuff. It's just so nice out. I love being outside. I think you grow to appreciate things more the older you get. There I go with my hands. The older you get, you tend to appreciate things a whole lot more. And there's a sight, there's a sound, there's a smell, It takes you back when you were a kid, or takes you back a number of years. And a lot of memories in this town. Man, my head's itching tonight. Good memories and bad memories, but memories nonetheless. And you take the good with the bad, and you move on. Went through a divorce when I was young. I was too young to get married. It was devastating. Devastating. I didn't want it. Didn't want it to happen. And my older brother came up with his wife, and they helped me clean the place up, and so I got left with everything. And he saw I was pretty down, pretty depressed. And he told me something that I've lived with this to this day. I live by it. And when I see someone that's going through some tough times, I do the same thing with them. I tell them the same thing. Listen carefully. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. We go through things in life, good, bad, tragic, traumatic. And when we go through something bad and we're going through a rough part, you can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to overcome. Words I live by to this day. I had to be, well, I'm going to be 50. I was 21 when it happened. But I got a good life now. I got a great wife. I got awesome kids, man. Every one of them. Heard from my youngest son today. Haven't heard from him in a while. He's been really busy. Working hard. Got a girlfriend. He's 21. Enjoying life. I was the same way when I was 21. He called me today and said, "Dad, I need your help." And I love that. As a father, you want to help your kids. You want them to come to you. You don't want to find out when it's too late, and you don't want to find out when it's too costly. You can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to overcome. The choice is yours, and how you want to deal with life. I saw a lot of things in my short 50 years. I was a young man when I became an EMT. Saw a lot of death. Saw a lot of suffering. Held a lot of hands as people slipped away into eternity. Unfortunately, we saw more of that than we saw life coming into this world. Life's precious, man. Life is good. And if you don't live in the moment, you're missing out, man. Put the cell phone down. You go to a concert, don't pull the cell phone out and take video. Live in the moment. You know, I used to love in the 80s, 1980s. Love the 80s. Grew up in the 80s. Someone would go to a concert and they come back and you'd say, "How was it?" "Oh man, you should have been there." And they tell you about it. And you use your mind to picture what was going on. Now it's up within 2 minutes. It's up on YouTube. It's up on Facebook. It's on all the social media sites. We're 24/7. It's just nonstop barrage, and it's old. Take time to put it down. Put it down. I'm not watching TV near as much as I used to in life. There's too many other things to do. I like doing my YouTube thing. It's a passion for me. I'm enjoying it, having a lot of fun. But take some time and enjoy life a little bit. Sit and watch people. Sit on your front porch. Just sit there and watch. Look at people. Watch people walk by. Say hello to someone. Help a neighbor. Enjoy your life. Don't be a victim. Be an overcomer. It's more fun. No fun being a victim. Trust me. I played the victim for a long time. I was depressed about everything for a long time. Didn't sink in right away when my brother told me that stuff. It took some time. And I stopped being a victim. I decided to overcome. Well, I've taken enough of your time. I do appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm trying to catch up with everyone. I'm trying to subscribe back, and it's hard to do. And I apologize, but I'll get to you. I try to comment on everybody, but I'm well over 300 some, and I get comments all day long. And I try to comment back. I don't just want to hit the heart or hit the thumbs up. I want to comment back. I want to talk to people. I want to thank them. So thank you very much. All the subscriptions that have been coming in, all the new subscribers in the past 24 hours. I mean, unbelievable. Over 100. Unbelievable. And I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. Life is good, man. Thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. This is my favorite clothing. Sorry. I love camo. Me and my daughter, my oldest daughter, we love camo. See y'all later on tonight. Light 'em up, people.